Hey buddy, life doesn't sit around waiting to tear you down. It's just watching to see if you'll fall first. Every day, small moments try to steal your peace, like sneaky thieves in the night. Might be a careless word, a sudden delay, or someone's quiet judgment. These aren't personal attacks. Man, they're just tests to see if you can keep your composure. Most folks live as if their feelings belong to anyone who asks for them. They hand over their peace to the first jerk who gets on their nerves, swinging wildly with their moods like a door in the wind, wide open for anyone to come in and mess with them. But true Stoicism teaches us the opposite. Your mind is your fortress. Your peace is your treasure. And nobody, no matter how loud or rude they are, should be allowed to storm in and take it. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events, and that's the kind of strength you need to understand." When you really grasp this, you realize that your calm isn't just a nice idea, it's a survival tool in a noisy, chaotic world. Protecting your peace doesn't make you cold or emotionless. It makes you unshakable. Think about it: if you let every driver, critic, or bad day control how you feel, you're just a puppet on invisible strings, reacting to everything around you. The moment you get angry on someone else's terms, you're giving them the keys to your inner world. That's not real freedom, it's mental slavery. The Stoics saw life as a storm. You can't stop the wind or the waves, but you can steer your ship so it doesn't fall apart. Today, that storm might be a sarcastic comment, a scary headline, or a social media post that's designed to rile you up. The principle remains the same: calm is the anchor that keeps you steady. If you lose it, you drift away. If you hold on to it, you survive. Living this way isn't about being born with calm, it's about training yourself daily. The Stoics didn't wake up immune to frustration, they practiced resilience every morning. They reminded themselves every day that other people's actions are beyond their control, but their reactions are entirely theirs to command. You see this truth in the tiniest moments. Someone interrupts you while you're speaking. You could snap, or you could breathe, pause, and respond in your own time. Someone makes a poor decision that affects you. You can stew in frustration or focus on what's next rather than what's past. This tiny choice, reacting or staying steady, defines whether you lose yourself in the noise or stand firm, no matter what. The 12 Stoic principles I'm about to share aren't just abstract ideas, they are shields, tested through centuries of human struggle, that you can carry every day. Each one gives you a practical tool to keep your calm, resist getting pulled into someone else's chaos, and live with strength instead of scattering in every direction. People often expect you to react because reactions give them control. When you don't, they get confused. You take away their power. That's why a person who stays calm quietly becomes intimidating, because they can't be manipulated. When you start living this way, something strange happens. Your days feel lighter, problems seem smaller. You realize that all the criticism, gossip, bad news, none of it's truly powerful unless you let it be. You stop living as if you're a hostage to what happens and start living as if you're the commanding officer of your mind. That shift unlocks a deeper kind of freedom most people never experience. So as we go through each principle, think about your life not just as it is now, but how it could be if nothing could shake you. Picture waking up knowing you can face anything without losing your center. That's the goal we're building here. Calm that endures. Elizabeth Kenny once said, "He who angers you conquers you." Let's make sure no one ever does that to you again. If you're committed to protecting your peace no matter what, comment below, "My calm is my power." Before we dive in, hit like, share this with someone who needs it, subscribe to the channel, and most importantly, don't skip parts. Everything builds on what came before, and missing even one principle could be the difference between losing your peace and keeping it forever. Number 1. Guard your mind. Your mind is your most valuable asset. If you lose control of it to negativity, fear, or anger, everything else in your life starts to fall apart. Yet most folks guard their money, their homes, and their reputation more fiercely than they guard their thoughts. Think of your mind as a garden. If you don't protect it, weeds will grow. Those weeds are harmful ideas, toxic influences, and destructive beliefs. Sure, you can't stop every seed from landing, but you can prevent them from taking root. Seneca once said, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality," meaning most of our mental anguish is created in our minds, not in the actual world. If you don't guard your mind, a single difficult thought can spiral into endless pain. So ask yourself each day, what am I letting in? Every conversation, headline, or gossip is a seed. Some will grow into strength and wisdom, others into fear and resentment. The choice is yours. Here are 3 simple ways to guard your mind daily. First, control your inputs. Limit the news, videos, and people who feed you panic or anger, and spend more time with material that gives clarity, hope, and perspective. Second, filter your self-talk. Your inner voice can be your best friend or your worst enemy. Feed it truthful, supportive thoughts. Say, "This will pass," or "I've handled worse before." Third, pause before accepting ideas. Not every opinion deserves space in your mind. Listen, but choose what to keep. The Stoics listened to criticism, but decided whether it was useful. Guarding your mind doesn't mean isolating yourself, it's about engaging on your terms. You see and hear, but you decide what to believe or accept. When you make this a habit, you'll notice your mood stays steady, even when others are upset. You won't be shaken by bad news or the chaos around you. Your mind will stay like a fortress, calm and unbreakable. Comment, "My mind, my fortress." Say it loud. Number 2, wait before you answer. One of the easiest ways to lose your calm is to speak too quickly. A rushed word can become a lifelong regret. Once it's out, you can't take it back, and it might damage trust, relationships, or escalate a situation. The Stoics practice the art of the pause. Take a breath, observe, and think. Is my response helpful or harmful? Zeno of Citium, the founder of Stoicism, said, "Better to trip with the feet than with the tongue." That simple advice holds a lifetime of wisdom. A stumble in walking hurts briefly, but a mistake in speech can leave scars for years. Waiting before you reply doesn't mean silence forever, it just means giving yourself space to choose your words wisely. If someone insults you, a brief pause can prevent you from firing back with regret. If asked a tough question, pausing allows you to respond thoughtfully rather than emotionally. When emotions are high, anger, fear, embarrassment, rational part of your brain often shuts down. Pausing lets your mind catch up, so your reply is calmer and clearer. This little moment also silently says, "I'm in control," rather than letting the situation dictate your response. That's why calm people seem confident, not because they think they're better, but because they trust their timing. Practice this daily. If someone asks a question, take a breath before answering. If a text upsets you, wait a few minutes before replying. If someone pressures you, ask for time to think. Many situations don't even need an immediate answer. They can resolve on their own. Use the pause to check your motives. Are you speaking just to win or to help? If your reason is pride, sometimes it's best to stay silent. Staying calm and responding thoughtfully earns respect. People trust those who speak with purpose, not impulse. When you think first, you influence how others see you. The longer you wait, the more resilient your peace becomes. Comment, "I pause, I think, I respond with calm." Number 3, see problems as training. Too many see problems as interruption. Something's broken, someone let you down, plans fall apart, and immediately you wonder, why now? Why me? The Stoics saw struggles differently. They were opportunities to strengthen the mind and soul. If you only trained your body when everything was smooth, you'd never get stronger. Same goes for your mind. Resistance builds strength, comfort doesn't. Every challenge is an opportunity to sharpen patience, self-control, and your ability to stay calm. Rufus, a Roman teacher, said, "No man is free who isn't master of himself." Mastery isn't built in comfort, it's forged in adversity. Think about the last time you faced frustration, delayed flight, a rude customer, a broken appliance. At the moment, it seemed like a problem, but from a Stoic view, it was just practice training for your resilience. Every obstacle is a workout for your patience. When you see setbacks as training, they lose some of their power to upset you. Instead of feeling life's against you, you realize life is shaping you. Every delay teaches patience. Every argument sharpens listening skills. Every setback builds persistence. It's not about enjoying hardship, it's about using it. Imagine a boxer who only trains when it's easy, who avoids resistance at all costs. He'll be unprepared when the real fight comes. A boxer who trains against resistance, even when tired, will be ready for anything. The same applies to how your daily problems are your mental sparring, preparing you for the bigger storms life throws your way. Flip the question. Instead of asking, "Why me?" ask, "What is this training me for?" Notice how you've grown. Look back at past struggles that once broke your calm but now don't. That's proof you're evolving. Every small challenge maintains and builds your strength for the next big one. Remember, problems reveal who we truly are. Anyone can stay calm when life is easy. It's how we handle chaos that shows our true character. If you lose your calm at the first bump, you're unprepared. But if you've trained yourself, you'll stay steady no matter what. Next time a difficulty hits, remind yourself it's not just a disruption. It's a test, a practice run, an opportunity to grow. You're not the victim, you're the student. And every lesson learned makes you stronger for the next challenge. If you're ready to grow through adversity, say, "Every problem is training for my strength." Number 4. Expect some trouble. One of the quickest ways to lose peace is to believe life should be smooth sailing. That mindset guarantees frustration, because reality will always throw challenges at you. The Stoics avoided this trap. They anticipated trouble, not because they were pessimistic, but because they were realistic. They knew this world is full of unpredictable people, sudden setbacks, and plans that go awry. When you accept that storms will come, you don't panic when they were prepared. Epictetus once said, when leaving your house, remind yourself you may face cold, heat, rain, bad company, and selfishness. It's not pessimism, it's mental armor, knowing what to expect. Starting your day knowing obstacles might appear keeps you ready. When problems do show up, they don't shock or shake your peace, they confirm what you already expected. This principle works in small ways. If you expect traffic, you won't get angry when you're stuck. If you anticipate misunderstanding, criticism won't sting as much. You saw it coming. Expecting trouble isn't about wanting it. It's about accepting it as part of life. That peace of mind prevents you from being knocked off course. Practice this. Start your day by visualizing potential inconveniences. Imagine how you'll respond calmly. Rehearse patience. Think of conflicts you might face and plan to pause, breathe, respond wisely. Accept that people will forget, fail, and frustrate you. That's human nature. When you accept it, you waste less energy wishing it were different. Instead, you focus on what you can control, your reactions. Think of a seasoned traveler. Delays, missing flights, lost baggage don't ruin their calm because they've seen it before. They adapt without stress. You've faced life's storms before. You've survived every one of them. The secret is, when you expect some trouble, you start noticing that many days turn out better than you expected. Those little blessings feel more like gifts than something you take for granted. Remember, calm isn't about hoping everything's perfect. It's about being ready when it's not. Number 5. Don't give away your peace. Your peace is like a candle. It lights your mind, warms your spirit, makes surrounding space brighter. But if you hand that candle to everyone, don't be surprised when it gets blown out. Most people give away their peace way too easily. For a rude comment, a small delay, or someone's disagreement, peace slips away almost instantly. The Stoics saw this as a huge mistake. Your peace isn't public property, it's your personal treasure. Seneca said, "A wise man is content with himself and doesn't need the approval of others." If you rely on everyone else's validation, your peace depends on them. But if it's rooted inside you, if your peace comes from within, nothing outside can take it away without your permission. The key word here is permission. Nobody can make you angry or upset unless you give them that power. Insults work the same. Are just words, arrows you don't have to catch. If you don't accept them, they fall harmlessly to the ground. Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." So, the insult itself isn't the problem, it's your choice to be disturbed. Holding on to insults just makes your mind a battlefield replaying hurtful words, imagining comebacks, feeling bitterness that only drags you down. It doesn't change what was said, it just keeps you stuck in the moment. Practice letting insults drift by like leaves floating down a river. Acknowledge, then release. This doesn't mean ignoring disrespect or accepting bad behavior. It means not letting it control your mood. Here's how. First, remember that insults reflect the insulter's pain or insecurity, say more about them than about you. Second, focus on your value. As if you know who you are, insults won't shake your identity. Third, sometimes silence is your best shield. No reaction shows strength. When you refuse to carry insults, you become untouchable. Others lose their power to hurt you because you don't give it to them. It's a slow process initially. It might sting, but with practice, your freedom grows each time you let an insult pass without response. The Stoics weren't indifferent. They cared deeply about justice and respect, but they chose not to give their peace to things that didn't matter. Number 6. Focus on what you can do. One of the clearest paths to peace is putting your energy only into what's within your control. Worrying about things outside your power quickly drains your calm. The Stoics divided life into two categories: what you can control and what you can't. They focused solely on their thoughts, actions, and choice because that's where their true strength was. Epictetus said, "Make the best use of what is in your power and accept the rest as it happens." That's your roadmap to peace. When you zero in on what you can influence, you stop wasting energy on frustration and start acting productively. Here's how to implement this. First, identify your circle of control. What parts of a problem can you influence? Second, take small but meaningful action on those things. Third, accept what's outside your reach. Imagine you're worried about the weather before a picnic. Can't control it, but you can bring an umbrella or choose another day. Acting on what you can control helps you feel grounded and less anxious. This approach works across every area of life: relationships, work, health. Instead of obsessing over others' opinions, focus on your own behavior. Instead of fearing what might happen, prepare yourself for what you can influence. Always remember, the world is full of chaos, traffic, other people's choices, natural events, but your calm depends on the response, not the event itself. When you live like this, peace becomes your default, not a fleeting moment. Comment: I focus on what I can control and release the rest. Number 7. Choose your company wisely. Your peace is shaped by the people around you. If you hang out with negativity, drama, or constant complainers, it's almost impossible to stay calm. On the other hand, good company lifts your spirit, calms your mind, and reminds you what truly matters. The Stoics believed in the power of community. They carefully chose those they spent time with. They understood that your company influences your thoughts, habits, and feelings. Epictetus said, "Associate with people who are likely to improve you, not to judge others, but to protect your own peace." Being around calm, wise, positive folks helps that calm become contagious. Here's how to keep good company. First, seek out those who show self-control and kindness. These set a peaceful tone. Second, limit time with those who drain your energy. They might not support your calm, and that's okay. Third, engage in conversations that uplift and inspire, avoiding gossip or negativity. Remember, by working on your own calm, patience, and kindness, you not only protect your own peace but also spread a little of it to those around you. Calm isn't just a personal victory, it's a gift to your community. Keep good company and watch your peace grow stronger every day. Number 8. Live fully in the moment. Distraction is one of the biggest enemies of peace. Worrying about the past, stressing over the future, or obsessing over what-if scenarios makes it impossible to feel at ease. The Stoics taught that real calm arises from truly living in the present. Seneca said, "True happiness is enjoying the present without anxious dependence on the future." Living in the now means accepting life as it is right, no focusing your energy on what you're doing presently, instead of getting pulled into regrets or fears. Here's how to practice it. First, notice when your mind drifts past regrets or future worries and gently bring it back to the present. Second, focus on your breath, sense the air, hear the sounds, see the details around you thighs grounds you in the moment. Third, fully engage in whatever you're doing, whether it's working, talking, or walking, give it your total attention. Living in the now frees you from unnecessary worries. Problems seem smaller because they're no longer blown out of proportion by anxiety. You respond calmly and clearly instead of reacting emotionally. Remember, the past is gone, and the future is uncertain. What you have is this moment, and how you choose to live it shapes your peace and your life. Number 9. Remember life's fleeting nature. One of the deepest reasons to hold on to your calm is the awareness that life is short. Worry, anger, and stress steal precious time from the moments when you could be peaceful. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself, do not act as if you were going to live 10,000 years. Death hangs over you. While you live and it's in your power, be good. This isn't meant to scare you, it's meant to motivate you. Realizing how brief your time is helps you care less about petty annoyances and focus more on what truly matters: kindness, gratitude, integrity, purpose. Imagine replacing hours of anger and stress with calm and clarity. This perspective encourages you to forgive faster, let go of grudges, and avoid sweating the small stuff. Living aware that life's short pushes you to act in ways that honor your time and your soul. When chaos tries to pull you in, remind yourself, your time is limited. Hold on to your peace as your most valuable treasure. And here's a quick affirmation. I honor my life by choosing calm every day. In a loud, chaotic world, calm is your greatest power. It's not weakness or silence, but strength and clarity. The 12 principles we've covered are tools to build that calm, step by step. Remember, the world wants a reaction from you, but your peace belongs only to you. Guard your mind, pause before you answer, see struggles as training, expect trouble, protect your peace, focus on what really matters and live fully in the present. When you do, you become unshakable. The Stoics believed calm isn't something that just happens to you, it's something you create. When you choose calm, you don't just survive the storms of life, you grow stronger because of them. So don't let anyone or anything steal your peace. Your calm is your power. Defend it fiercely and live with the quiet strength that a peaceful mind brings. If this message has resonated, hit like, leave a comment, share it around, and subscribe. Support the channel because every principle builds on the last, and missing one could mean losing your peace. And I want you to drop this final affirmation in the comments. Calm wins, and I choose calm every day.